So you think you want to start RVing, but you're not really sure where to get started.
Or what you need.
We're going to tell you about that in this week's video. Start with getting an RV. Now that could be a great big one, 38 feet long, like ours.
Or it could be a camper van.
You don't need to have the biggest trailer in the world to enjoy RVing. You can start off with a tent trailer.
Absolutely. Actually, that's where I started. Long time ago.
That's where my parents started. We bought this trailer the size that it is because we live in it, and that was the plan for a period of time.
Well, it is the two of us. We have two larger dogs, and yeah, since we live in it, we needed the extra space because
we needed space. So, and in the future, when we get settled in our cabin, we will be downsizing. We don't need a trailer this big.
Ideally, I'd like to have something anywhere from 19 to 24 foot, somewhere in that general range. She wants a longer one. She wants her own bedroom with a door.
I want a segregated bedroom. That's the only request I have.
Oh, well, you gotta keep the wife happy. So anyways, we'll get what we get, and we'll just go from there.
But how are we gonna get you started RVing, no matter how small or how big you wanna go? These are the basic items that you will need to get you started.
The absolute basics.
Okay, where are we gonna start?
Well, we've got a list made up. I figured it out to 7 items are the basic that you have to get going. A couple of them are maybes, but I would say you should have them. First off, you need a good water hose. Yeah, all you need to do is get a basic water hose. Keep in mind it has to be drinking water safe. So any regular garden hose will not do because they have a higher lead content in the hose itself. So you want one that says freshwater drinking safe. You can get one from any hardware store, RV shop, a lot of different places. 20 bucks will get you started for a 25-foot hose, and the prices go up from there. You can get all kinds of different gadgets and expanding hoses and all this, that, and the other thing. But if you just need to get a basic one, just a 25-foot white drinking water safe hose is all you need to start.
Okay, and what's next?
Next would be, okay, well this would be the next thing, water pressure regulator. Yeah, you don't have to have one, but if you go to a park that you don't know or might have high pressure, low pressure is not going to hurt your rig, but if you have a park that you go to and it's got high pressure, you're going to be blowing lines in your trailer and you're going to have water leaks and huge issues. So this one here, $85. They come a little cheaper than that, and they can go way up from that. But as a basic, I would say get a decent one. So 80 bucks is going to save your rig a lot of issues and save you a lot of headaches. Another thing you'll need, it's not 100% absolutely necessary, but a water filter. These are just the cheap little ones, they're 15 bucks. I buy them in a 4-pack because since we're full-time, we go through them once in a while. Anywhere from 3 to 5 months, we're gonna change them out. But if you go to a place that might have dirty groundwater, and that's where their water system is coming from, you're gonna need something like this. And instead of drinking bottled water all the time, that'll sure help. Okay, well, one of the other things that you're going to need nobody likes to talk about it, but everybody has to use one, is a sewer hose. As you notice, ours is fully hooked up because we're on a permanent site at the moment. But to get everything out of the gray tanks and the black tank, you're gonna need one of these. They come in 10-foot lengths, they're expandable, they're very easy to store, and you just have to be aware of where you're storing them. In addition to that, with the sewer hose, you don't absolutely have to have one of these. We've only discovered 2 parks in 5 years that have required one, but the sewer hose cradle to keep it off the ground when you're at their park. I heard there was a lot of parks that required them. Like I said, we've only discovered 2 in the past 5 years, but if you don't have one and they require one, you might have to buy one off of them. 10-foot length of these, I believe they start around $30–40, so it's not a big expense, but it's something you might think about.
Okay, what you got there, Brent?
These are stackable blocks. Currently, since we're at a home base, I've got large wooden blocks, but when you're on the road, these are a lot lighter to carry. Instead of having half a dozen big thick wood blocks, these little puppies are nice and light. They're very stackable. They come in packs of 10. I think they're around $20, $30, $40, depending on the quality that you get. And those just go under your stabilizer jacks. And if need be, you can stack them up to go underneath your tires if you have to lift one side of the trailer a couple inches or so. It's not a big deal, but I would say one pack of these is definitely a must. One of the other things that you're going to need is tire chocks. They come in multiple sizes and shapes. This one here cost us around $20. This one here, somebody left it somewhere. So, but this one actually matches up with the blocks that we've got under our stabilizers. So if we need to stack something, I can put one here and in front of it, so it acts like a bit of a ramp, so it props it up. I always just keep that at the back. So one in front, one in back. You're going to need a minimum of 2. You can use it on either side of the trailer. It's not a big deal, but in front of a tire and behind a tire is an absolute must, so you will need 2 minimum. They start about $5, so it's not a big expense at all. It's a safety thing. You can spend $5 or $10, or you can spend 50. Whatever you're comfortable with, but to get started, $10 will cover you for a couple of tire chocks. That's all you need. Next thing you'll need is very important. I'd say this is top 1 or 2 things that you're going to have. It's a surge protector. This one has a circuit analyzer on it. They start at $50 and they can go up from there. You can get one hardwired to your unit. You might pay $300, $400, $500, but it's absolutely well worth it. You have to have something. This here for electrical, so it doesn't blow up your TV, your microwave, or your laptop. So surge protector is an absolute must. It's probably top of my list. Well, there's one thing that it's not an absolute must, depending on the truck that you have. If you've got a small trailer, you can have a small truck. If you've got a larger trailer, you'll need a little bit larger truck. Whether it's half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton. It all depends on the trailer you're pulling. You got to look at all your weight differentials and what it can haul safely and what it can tow safely, what it can stop safely. If you've got a small trailer and a big truck, this part you don't need to worry about. But you do need an equalizer with a sway control. The one that we found works great. We've got a 1-ton truck, 38-foot trailer, so our tongue weight is just a hair under 1,100 pounds. What I've got is the equalizer, E4, 1,400 pound. So, yeah, it looks a little bit rusty. I give it a good cleaning before we use it. But you absolutely have to have something to control the sway. It may not sound like much, but if you've only got, say, a 19-foot trailer and you've got a half-ton truck, you might need one, you might not. You'll find out on your first trip when you're going down a hill trying to stop, or if you get in a crosswind situation, you'll find out real quick. So I would recommend that you have one. They can get pretty cheap, they can get very expensive. If you want a name brand, like a high end, you could be paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for an equalizer hitch. This one that we've got, it's a 1,400 pound hitch with the trunnion bars and all that. It's an E4, so it's got anti-sway in it as well. I believe it was around $700 US, so roughly $1,000 Canadian, and it is awesome. I would swear by this equalizer brand, hands down. You don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, but you will need to spend something. It all depends on the truck you have and if you've got enough truck, that's for sure.
Hopefully that helps you to know what to get when you're starting up your RVing life.
These are the basics of the basics. You can start fairly inexpensively, aside from the purchase of the RV, of course.
And you know what? You can go as low priced, use secondhand, brand new to you, or you can go brand new, depending on how much money you want to spend on your first RV. Anyways, folks, that's all we wanted to share with you this week. Hope to see you out there RVing.
Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And ring that bell for notifications.
Bye-bye for now. Are you in there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I couldn't tell.
I can see the screen.
Okay. You think you really want to RV, but you're not really where to get started? No, let's try that again.
That one was going somewhere but never went anywhere.
Okay. I'd say because we need space.
Yeah, you can cut that 3 seconds out.
Yeah. These are the basics items that you need to do. Okay.
Okay, one of the other things that you absolutely have to have is somebody to stop your dog from barking. Okay, the next thing you will need, it's not 100% absolutely necessary. Let's start that again.
Okay, go ahead.
You can get a cheap one.
You stood up. Sewer hose, take 3.